Tommy G. Inside the world's most expensive doomsday bunkers. Apocalypse.
Survive a nuclear blast. Where would you go
60 seconds.
if a biological weapon was unleashed in your country? And what would you do if there was extreme civil unrest due to food shortages? Folks, experts warn that if you are caught within 100 miles downwind of a nuclear explosion, your chance for surviving the fallout is almost zero, unless you have a bunker. Right now, billionaire elites are quietly building massive...
Of course, I have my $1 million safety bunker. I have it right here next to me. Not really, but $100 million, $107 million bunker. Mark Zuckerberg in Miami. Yeah, I don't know if that doesn't tell you something. I don't know what does. The fact that these motherfuckers got
and it makes me wonder, what do they know that we don't? So to find out, I tracked down the #1 bunker builder in the world, Ron Hubbard, the founder of Atlas Survival Shelters. He's been in the business for over 20 years and has built bunkers for people like Mark Zuckerberg, Kim Kardashian, Mr. Beast, and Andrew Tate. And those are just the people he's allowed to talk about, because most of his ultra-wealthy clients have him bound by strict NDAs. So today we head to Texas.
That's even crazier. So not only do you got motherfuckers building doomsday bunkers, but they get the dude that builds them to sign an NDA. Like, why would you need somebody to sign an NDA if they're just building you a bunker? Like, obviously, everybody has their cuckoo head, so it's like, you could just be crazy as shit, but the fact that you're signing and then making people sign an NDA is like, so they know something that they're supposed to not know, but you don't want it getting out.
To visit Ron and see exactly what it takes to survive the end of the world. But first,
Kim K wishes she had that bunker for that tech and for that Ray J tape. I bet you that.
Just a quick word from the sponsor of today's episode.
Folks, let's talk a little bit about money and financial strategy, because most of us have bank accounts where money sits and collects almost no interest. What if I told you there's a place that offers 3.75 APY, which is 9 times the national average? Folks, that's why I'm happy to be sponsored by Chime. No overdraft fees, no monthly fees, and no minimum balance fees. Folks, your funds are after and start Chime down to the video. All right, folks, we are just outside Dallas, Texas, and we have a very fascinating story for you today. We're diving into the world of millionaire and billionaire bunkers. And to me, this is like the new Rolex. Like, everyone that has a lot of money seems to be getting a bunker. And I want to know why. Do they know something that we don't? For the rest of us that can't afford a bunker, what options do we have? And what are these people running from that? Can we prepare for it at all? We're going to talk to the #1 bunker guy in the world, I think it's fair to say. We're about to pull up to the business Atlas Survival Shelters, and we're going to get this party started.
Hey, Tommy G.
Hey.
Well, come on in. Here, we're
The way he said that, hey there, Tommy J.
working. I have a PhD in architecture, I have a master's in science, and I got a master's in physics. E equals building bomb shelters. He's trying to extend life, and I'm trying to save life.
Tell the people who you are and where we are.
Well, I'm Ron Hubbard. I'm the founder and owner of Atlas Survival Shelters, and we are about an hour from Dallas right now in a small town called Sulphur Springs, Texas. Population about 15,000.
Why the heck did you start a survival shelter business?
Well, I like to joke around and say my modeling career wasn't going so well. You know, it became a side business for me. You know, I got into it like 15 years ago in 2000.
Just randomly gets into the arts of building shelters? Like, huh? You just randomly was like, you just randomly called your boy and was like, yo, you want me to come build you a shelter? And he was like, yeah, sure. Now it's a fucking business you two run together? Like, the fuck? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's a fire-ass job, but, like, also, I feel like you're definitely under a certain watch when you do shit like this, though. Hello? Fucking camera?
2011, I was in LA making doors, and in the back of my factory I started making bomb shelters out of culvert pipe. And I did it for, you know, quite a few years, and then I got this idea that, you know what, I should make a small bomb shelter and put it underneath the house.
So is this more of a luxury man cave, or is this really to survive something crazy?
No, it's really to survive something, but we try to make it look like a luxury man cave. If you look on my plaque right here, There's Tristan Tay, Zuckerberg. There's Kim Kardashian going in my bunker right there. Zuckerberg, you know. But I get everybody famous, it seems like.
Kim Kardashian isn't the only one with a bunker. It seems President Trump is motivated to build one as well. You've probably heard about the taxpayer-funded $400 million ballroom, but what isn't as widely talked about is the supposed 6-story underground bunker that's part of the project. And with Trump's totally ethical son-in-law Jared Kushner also trying to build a bunker compound in Albania, it makes you wonder why some of the most powerful people in the world all seem to be scrambling to create a structure that could survive a nuke.
I just read an article on you that previously you were doing about $2 million a month in business, but in the recent times you might project as high as $50 million.
Yeah.
What's driving that?
Oh, bro, you need a helping hand? God damn, I can figure it out. Fuck, like, I don't know the first thing that comes with architecture, but shit, I'll figure it the fuck out. $50 million? Bro, who's just like who do they just call him daily and they're like, yo, Bella, shelter's ready. Or the backyard's ready to be dug up for my shelter. All right, Jim, we get it. You've wanted it for a couple weeks now. It's definitely like rich motherfuckers that just have nothing else to do. So they hear about this dude and they're like, yo, can you come build one for me too? Like, shit, I ain't gonna say no. That's more bread in my pocket. That's criminal, bro. I mean, not criminal, because it's legal, but still. 50 mil? 50 mil annually? What? I wish.
Well, we actually did that. It's the times.
In a month of business.
Yeah.
And the war is driving a lot of that right now.
Yeah, it will go back down to normal.
Tell me about the bunkers that you made for the Tate brothers.
Well, the bunkers for the Tate brothers, we're actually building it right now. Of course, you know, they got thrown in jail and it got delayed. First, we were going to build them a steel bunker. We designed it, we're going to manufacture it at our plant in Poland. Then we realized that we couldn't really transport it to the property where they got it. Basically, they ordered a Corvette and they're getting a Lamborghini. You're getting more bunker than what you paid for. But they're one of the very few clients that I have that's actually going to let me film their bunker after it's done. Most of these high net worth clients, you sign an NDA before you even know who the client is.
Tell me about the Kardashian bunker.
Well, the Kardashian bunker, I did an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. At the time, this was like 5 years ago, they wanted to shoot in a bunker. So I made them a round culvert shelter. It was 12 foot diameter and 50 foot long, basically the same bunker that I have for myself. And we shipped it out to Calabasas. We set it up. It was like in June or July. I would say that their bunker was more of a prop setup than doing the installation, because we never even got to get it in the ground for them to shoot it. We shot it above ground in the bunker, but before it was ever installed. All right, let me give you a quick tour of the factory here.
So I used it more as like a marketing thing. Like, music video in a bunker. Featuring Ray J.
So my company is pivoted from not only making bunkers, but teaching people how to make bunkers.
Really?
And then I sell the parts. So what I'm doing now is I'm teaching 1,000 people how to make bomb shelters, and I'm supplying all the parts to them.
Brilliant. I noticed that you make a lot of bomb shelters for the mega millionaires and the billionaires, but is this more of the affordable, everyday man's?
This is the everyday man shelter. Here, let me show you one. It's right here. I didn't open my business to service billionaires and millionaires. I opened my business to make those culvert shelters like that one right there for people like me, because I wanted one. So I started making those round culvert shelters, and then I started making these square ones because these can go underneath the house, okay? And then I got the idea of mass producing one that everybody could afford, that I eliminate the labor out of. This is my level 1 shelter, my least best design of the shelters, but it's also the least expensive. When you get into my bigger bunkers, they basically are EMP proof. They're a level 4 bunker, basically with up to 1 to 2 meters thick of concrete around them.
How were you able to test this concept and make sure that it could survive nuclear fallout?
What's protecting you from nuclear fallout is not the shelter itself, but the amount of earth between you and the surface. As long as that hole's 3 feet deep and you have enough 90-degree turns in there, you could crawl underground and survive nuclear fallout in there.
Can your bunker survive a nuclear bomb?
Oh, look at the doggies.
It depends its proximity to the bomb. I mean, if the bunker's buried in the ground and it is a ground burst which hits the ground, no bunker in the world can survive because it's going to leave.
Holy. So it's like, even if you got the bunker, you're not 100% safe because depending on the kind of nuke you get hit by, that shit'll fuck the shelter up too. It's not just going to fuck up the ground, it's going to fuck the shelter up. So it's like, you better hope that they drop the right kind of fucking nuke.
300 foot deep and probably 600 to 900
Everybody
feet
got
wide.
doggies.
They are designed to survive nuclear fallout, any kind of chemical attacks or chemical event that would be caused from nuclear warfare. They're designed to survive any kind of biological attack or any kind of biological situation. So let's say some country develops a plague that's airborne. You got to go into an airtight environment. That's what I built.
You got to know your science ability.
To work here, you got to have a PhD or a master's. You got to understand the structural part of how deep you got to be. You got to understand the physics of the slap from the wave. The science comes in of understanding how the radiation will affect you and your body. So if you put it together, that team can make underground nuclear bomb shelters. This you would think is a bomb shelter. It's big enough, but it's actually just the engine room to a bomb shelter. See, when you see the bunkers, the living quarters, that's just the living quarters. This is where the diesel generator goes. That middle room is for the batteries. The other room is a decon room, and the other room is a mud room. So there's 4 rooms before you even get to the bunker.
So how many bunkers are you turning out a month, would you say?
Not enough. Remember, this is R&D. Like I said, everything we do in here looks like the factory, but it's not a production line yet. We try to break even. We're not really trying to make money on the people. We're trying to gather data.
Even when you sell to a billionaire, you're not trying to make money?
I mean, we're not trying to lose money, but we're not so concerned about making money as we are about perfecting the product. Now listen, when I started doing this, there were 6 other people doing it. Now there's just 1, and that's me. 2 of the companies made bunkers that 3 people died in each one. 1 blew up, and the other 3 died from H2S gas.
The fuck? The fuck is HOF gas?
To me, it says a lot about the state of the world that these things are going through the roof right now in sales. And what I think is really cool is that humans do tend to innovate their problems. And you see it right in action right here. But at the same time, you wonder, do we have to live in a world where people should be thinking about nuclear fallout and bombs and bunkers? And I don't know, maybe I'm a little hippy-dippy Bob Marley.
We shouldn't be fucking thinking about the shit, but it comes with having these fucking people that are personalities in power and shit, I forgot what I was talking about though. But when you got so many different personalities that run different countries or running these bigger countries like Kim, Vlad, Donnie, the dude in China, like when you got that many big personalities and that many people who want the power or want to instill that fear in the other guy, you run the risk of somebody pissing somebody off. Now, do I think it'll happen? Probably in, like, if it does happen, I feel like it'd be, like, another couple years. Like, I don't think it'll happen within, like, the next year or 2, but I mean, it's just the day and age we live in right now. We are in a day and age where we have to watch what we say, because it can cause other people to lash out. And if you make the wrong person lash out, you're running that risk. So it's like, I feel like I mean, me personally, ain't nobody fucking with us. Big U. The big U. Ain't nobody fucking with the Americans. We top tier. But it's like, you want to have that war? No. You do not want to have war that lands on American soil. And I think that's where it's like, you just have to... I don't know. I really don't. Like, I don't know how you get the country back or these countries to just... Like, everybody live where y'all live and that's it. You don't need to take over nothing. You don't need more land. Like, Russia, you big as hell. Chill out. But it's just like, I don't know. I'm not too smart on that end of everything, but I just think of it as... This is why the aliens stay far the fuck away from us.
Charlie, but there's got to be a better way. Tell me about any unique features about Mr. Beast's bunker.
It feels like the inside was like an alien ship. It was very out of this world, I might say. We actually combined one of our round culvert shelters along with one of our square modular shelters. And one was at one level, and then you went down the stairs and there was another level. Or was over, and they spent 100 days in my bunker and they won $700,000. They needed the B-roll shot of the money on fire for the promotion. And they had a fire suppression system added for this event. So when they went to burn the money for the shot, the fire suppression system didn't work and it burnt the entire bunker down. It was really made for YouTube type video.
Whole bunker gone. Gotta restart. Jimmy, the bunker. Yeah, guys, we'll just buy another one, guys. We'll just buy another one. YouTube will give me another $200 million to buy another one.
Everything was said and done. It cost like $1.2 million. You know, the attitude in 2011, when I asked people, what are the odds you think you'll see World War III in your lifetime? You know what it was? In 2011, it was like 1 or 2%. If I ask you today, what are the odds you will see World War III in your lifetime? Guess what it is? Way over 50%. I think World War III will happen in 30 years. But what you will see probably next year or the year after, you will see a plague, a biblical plague like you've never seen before. You see, the wealthy people are not worried about nuclear war. They're worried about plagues. And then they're worried about civil unrest after the plague.
So Tommy, can I get an invite to your shelter?
I did a video, why is Bill Gates building so many bomb shelters? And then Bill Gates in the video says, I put the likelihood of nuclear fallout in my lifetime as very unlikely, but I put the odds of a plague greater than Ebola in my lifetime at greater than 50%. Now, that was his word for word. Matter of fact, right here you can show the clip.
This is the greatest risk of a huge tragedy. This is the most likely thing by far to kill over 10 million excess people in a year.
How did COVID impact your business?
COVID caused the business to increase and become more steady, and more people realized that they didn't think that was the big one, but they think the big one's coming as well as I do. I think you'll see a plague in 2027 or 2028.
Worse than COVID?
Just from what I predict, what I see.
Can we at least play GTA 6 for a little bit, bro? Like, come on, gang. Why y'all doing this shit, bro? Y'all gonna piss me off. If you want to kill me, cool. But leave it for another, like, 2 years. Like, at least let me get a little bit of fun on GTA. The fuck? Like, come on, gang. I just want to play GTA. Like, Code Veronica comes out next year. What the fuck, gang? Man, fuck this dude.
You know what I know. I mean,
that's what some of the billionaires think that you're building for.
No, I'll put it this way. 50% of the scientists that created the COVID vaccine have been in this office buying bunkers from me. I get it.
Bro, it's just in front of our eyes.
From talking to them. Okay? This is coming from the people.
Yo, Tommy's like, oh, okay. So my YouTube money should be going for a bunker.
who created the COVID vaccine coming now to get bunkers for the future of what they think is coming.
You can tell these boys are working hard. They got their toolbox. They got their Zin. These guys are fired up. They're ready to work. You guys are making bunkers for millionaires and billionaires. What does it make you feel like is coming in the world?
I feel like, I don't know, I like the crap out of it. I've been here for like 3 years, and like, dude, it's awesome. Everything that, yeah, he's been here longer than I have, but every day it's something new. It's like something custom. You get to meet people that are prepping for, you know, like real life stuff that happens out in the world. So it's kind of crazy, you know, what's going on.
It's crazy stuff, and I've been paying attention to what's going on. Like I said, I've been watching videos and been paying attention to independent media, and I would say the need for one is imminent.
Part of me thinks like most people cannot afford a bunker. So what can the average person back home do?
There's your master in physics.
Yeah, he is.
You're a master.
I have at least a bachelor's of physics, and I'm working my master's.
Smart man.
And I would say, dig yourself a cave.
Do you guys think Israel has something to do with this shit?
Don't mind if I do.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
All we need is one nuke, just one nuke from one country, North Korea, Iran. Now, if Iran had one, they would have probably launched it. Then everyone would be panicking and calling me and saying, all right, it can happen. You know, these people who say, I'd just rather die when the bomb goes off, those exact people are going to be the very first one trying to find a bunker to crawl into and say, let me in, let me in.
That makes no, yeah, obviously, if people are saying that if I wanted to die in a nuclear explosion, I'd want to when the bomb hit. Don't get that twisted that you don't think I'm going to be at least looking for safety. You think I'm going to just be standing out playing shooting some hoops while boom, like, fuck no. Yeah. You better let me the fuck in. Like, that makes no... Just because people say that, oh, well, if the nuke is dropped, I'd rather get hit when it... Like, I'd rather just... It hits, that's it. Don't think I'm gonna be standing out in the middle of the street playing hop rope just because Nah, I'm gonna be knocking on my... Hello, nuclear shelter, let me... I got the za, let me in.
Yeah, it's
one's for the Israeli kid. So
no, that's a Israeli blast door. We need the $2,000 gas type door. That's a $6,500 door. So you got the wrong door.
Okay.
The Israelis made the gasket, or the customers?
Well, it's funny. Everything you see right there was made in Switzerland or Israel. We don't make this in America. See, there's no demand for the items that you see right here because bomb shelters are not an everyday way of life. Where you go to Israel, every house and every apartment has a bomb shelter, and in Switzerland, every house and every building has a bomb shelter. So they have demand that's built in because the building code states so. So I'm working on changing the building codes in America, or at least give the people an option that the builder can say, hey, do you want your house to have a safe room or not?
Being inside a billionaire's comp.
I like that. I like that. You got to push for like a law or some shit where everybody not like needs one, but you can have the option to get one, but don't make people... You also can't make it to where it's going to break people's pockets.
What kind of things have you noticed?
They keep them quiet, they keep them hidden. Even the contractors that are building a home, maybe right on top of them, they may not even know that they're there.
And a lot of them have to sign an NDA.
Oh, absolutely, we all do. Absolutely. Yeah, we're not to divulge any names or locations or anything like that.
People do not want people to know they have a shelter. We come in incognito. We have no names on our trucks. Matter of fact, when we invoice the people, my factory doesn't even know who the customer is. So let's say you're Bill Gates. It will just say Bill Seattle on the invoice. So my office and my employees never know exactly who is buying a bomb shelter.
And why do you think they're so secretive?
Boy, this is like one of those things that, I mean, it's more secretive than a bank account. You could probably ask them where do you bank, and they may tell you JP Morgan or Raymond James or Bank of America someplace. But then ask them, where's your bomb shelter? I'm not telling you.
You get a bomb shelter invoice, it just says LeBron, Los Angeles.
What we are walking into is a bunker that Ron's clients at the millionaire level would purchase.
It's gas tight. You come in, you can lock it down. Basically, you got.
And this is the composite flooring that you'd see on a nice deck.
Similar to Trex deck. It's a timber tech. You got full shower, toilet. You got all the plumbing. You got a sink.
Nice countertops. Look at this.
We do offer like electric stoves. We don't do anything propane or gas into a bunker because we have reverse osmosis filtration. You got hot water. You got just a regular sediment filter before it comes in. Microwave. This is a smaller air system. This is a 75. So we have different size filters depending on how many people you plan on having in there, how much square footage. So under the floor we've got 300-gallon water tanks, and then there's room to put food, water, any kind of stuff like that, any storage stuff. So there's plenty of room under. You can put your number 10 cans. You can put dry goods. You can put a lot of stuff down there. That's what we offer a lot of times is underfloor storage, because then you got all your square footage, but you still also have room to put things. You're not all cluttered in here.
So this is a nice bunker, but it's still in the more basic level, right?
Yeah, this is a smaller one. There were some custom things that was done for this customer. So, there's a lot of different routes you can go. But yeah, absolutely.
What do you think this bunker goes for?
Probably in 150, around 150K. And that's without install. So the install, there's a contractor that will install it as well. We work closely with the installer.
I've done a few bunkers for
150K is not bad, but I don't
members.
I can't
of
imagine
Donald
how much
Trump.
you install.
I don't want to spread any fear. It's not like they think anything is certain, as far as I know, except the future. And the future doesn't look too well.
From an off-the-record source, I heard about highly classified bunkers that are massive in scale sprinkled around the country. I'm talking about places like Mount Weather and Raven Rock that are built for military use and government officials in the event of disaster. And they are so big that if a nuke was inbound, all 535 members of the Congress and Senate would be able to live there for a prolonged time. We are talking about underground engineering that is incredibly impressive.
That's insane.
Do any of the people buying bunkers from you cite aliens as a reason that they're getting them?
Not a one.
No?
No, look, man, these people buying bunkers are not crazy. These are wealthy, multi-millionaires. Look, I don't get many poor customers. The average customer I'm getting spends about $300,000 on a bunker, okay? But I've sold more million-dollar bunkers in the last year than I've ever sold in my life. Right now, I've got 60 active projects. The largest project we're working on right now is 40,000 square feet, about $30 million.
A 40,000 square foot bunker sounds excessive. How many people do you think will stay in this bunker?
My installer just finished up two 36,000 square foot bunkers. And each bunker was for 650 plus people, right? A little over 650. It was a government bunker. I'm not supposed to talk too much about it.
And they're using taxpayer money for that?
Yeah, but this isn't another.
Even worse, I gotta pay for it, and I don't even get an invite. Like, here you go.
The country, yeah.
Of course, the government will spend our money to buy a bunker for a problem that they exacerbated with our money.
Hey,
in the first
these
place.
bunkers were for just the regular people. These were not bunkers for rich people. These were just basic bunkers for the everyday person. If you can make it to this facility, you get to go in that bunker and you get to sleep in a cot. This builder is building 70 to 86 houses. The houses
but
with
obviously,
the bunker and
you build it for the average man, but once you start getting that not so average man money, ooh, you gonna sell out.
10 acres up to 20 acres of land is right at $2 million, $1.99 million. And you're gonna see them, you're like, golly, I want these houses, they're beautiful.
Ron is taking us down the road to a development of multi-million-dollar homes where every house in the neighborhood comes with a Doomsday bunker. This development is a purely bunker mansion kind of development.
We've got about 70 lots out here for home sites, and each one of them will have a full underground survival shelter built into them. And what's great about the bunkers here is they're not just for, you know, a nuclear fallout scenario, right? Therefore, you know, a big storm comes through. We're in East Texas, you get tornadoes. So it's just a safe place to go.
You want to give us a tour of the house and then the bunker?
Absolutely, I'll come in.
Is the house also built around survival as well, or just the bunker?
So it's just the bunker. You know, these houses, they do run on solar. So, you know, you have some longevity built in there.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, we spend some time and put really cool features in that really make them look special above ground.
I love the beams.
Nah, that's awesome. I like that fan. I like the ceilings.
So this is the full living area here.
Sexy.
Obviously got the dining entry area and a kitchen.
The house is beautiful.
Back here, we've got the non-formal living with our secret entry into the bunker, which is pretty neat. So we're about to go check that out. So this is the non-formal living. So this is the comfortable living area, right? So this is where you're gonna come watch TV with the kids when you're just hanging out for a night.
So you put a couple of the pistols and ARs here so when the knocks start happening, okay, I have to move. What happened?
The pistols and the fun stuff are downstairs. So we're gonna go check that out. So right now we're walking down into the bunker itself. We're coming to the first set of 2 bomb-proof blast doors. So these are gas tight. They are supplied by Atlas Survival Shelters. This is 8 inches of solid concrete and steel reinforcement. So nothing's getting through these. Yeah. So this is actually the decontamination room. So this one's got a shower built in. So you'd come in, this door would be shut here. You'd open this door, you'd come in, you'd rinse the fallout off of yourself. You'd open this door and then enter into your bunker. As you can see, this thing doesn't feel like a bunker. It feels... We've got some pretty sweet features built in, like this gun cabinet over here. Yeah, so it's actually got a keypad entry, so you can push in your code, open and close it as you will.
We hope a nuke never hits. So this is just going to be like a really cool feature of the house. When you bring people over, oh, did you go to so-and-so's bunker? It's going to be
absolutely, and that's kind of why we designed this space the way we did. We didn't want it to feel just like it was built for one purpose only, and that was to come down here in case a nuke goes off, right?
As you watch the populace fight over the grocery stores that remain and, you know, all these world leaders are getting taken out, you can sit in your bunker and just think, I'm going to be okay for a few more days.
Oh, absolutely.
The idea is that the shelter is built for peacetime, but with the closing of those 2 doors and the turning on of the air system, this becomes a certified nuclear bomb shelter within about 60 seconds.
Absolutely. We haven't checked out this feature either. Why don't you open that thing up and see what's behind there?
Texas? I'm going to say either a gun or a steak. Oh, this is the escape hatch.
That's the escape tunnel there.
Okay.
So that little hole that you're seeing in that top hatch, that's what you'll actually unscrew in the event that you want to go out that tunnel. That will let the about 3 feet of sand drain out from there, and then you can actually undo the hatch and make your way out.
Okay, so another question that comes to mind is if a nuclear bomb hits, the population goes down, my wife survives, we have to have a place to start repopulating the earth. Can you take me to the bedroom over here?
Well, we've got a pretty nice bedroom. And plenty of room for repopulating in here, as you can see. We've got a full queen bed.
Tommy, the nuke just went off, and you're worried about clapping cheeks, Tommy. Stop. Get your head out of the gutter.
Yeah, I could do some things in here. Yeah.
So this is the fun closet. So this is where the actual air exchange happens and the air filtration. So that's actually bringing in the fresh air.
Really key part of this bunker being survivable is this right here. Can you explain what this does for the survivability?
So this is a Swiss-made NBC air filtration system, okay? And what this does, the air comes in, it goes through a pre-filter up here. So there's a HEPA filter up here. The air passes down. The hose would be hooked up to here. Then the air will pass through a second HEPA filter through 106 pounds of carbon, tetacarbon, activated carbon. It would take out all the gases. It will eliminate the radiation particles and basically come back through here and give you breathable air. So it comes in at the rate of 88 cubic feet a minute filtered, and it comes in at the rate of 176 cubic feet a minute of unfiltered air. So if you were down here and you were locked to door, you still got to turn on the air system because you got to breathe. So the air system's on right there now. So now it's blowing air. Okay, and that's all the sound that it makes.
Shelter in it.
You laugh about it, but there's going to come a time in 20, 30, 40 years that the people who have these bunkers will be the only survivors.
Yeah. I think it'll be a lot on who are the leaders of these countries around the world, because right now I feel like we're on a collision course with conflict because our leaders are choosing that. I don't think most people want the conflict that's happening in the world. So hopefully we can vote our way into a safer future. But it seems like, I mean, it doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, the last 20 odd years, the war machine has been fed. I don't care if you're talking Obama, Bush, Trump, although Trump's doing it pretty big right now. The military-industrial complex is gonna make it necessary for stuff like this to happen.
All these presidents don't give a fuck, bro.
The year is 2046. We voted the first lesbian in office, and I think the Americans are safe again, but I'm not sure. Oh. Actually, we probably mean
No.
a lot more trouble. If you know anything about statistics, lesbian couples are the highest domestic violence couples. Did you know that?
Yeah, they are. They have the highest divorce.
Shout out to the gay dudes out there. You guys are really leading the charge. Okay, so these solar panels are key for this bunker functioning, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So these are pretty simple solar panels, you know, pretty standard, some that you'd see mounted on people's roofs or something like that. Mm-hmm. But since we've got the extra acreage out here, we actually decided to do a full solar field like this.
And they can just switch it when disaster strikes and they need to go on the solar panels.
Absolutely.
If there's a cloud from the nuclear explosion, what happens to these solar panels?
Well, these stop generating electricity for you. But the good news is we've got enough battery backup in that thing to last you days. So, and if you're exclusively running the bunker, you're gonna last weeks. So that's the nice thing about that. This one just finished. So this one is going on the market, well, as of now. So as this video is coming out, this thing will be up for sale. Your floor safe's in this house if y'all want to go look at that.
Yeah, show them the floor safe. This is one of my 4 inventions that I have patents on.
It's actually got 4 lock bolts, one in each corner here. That comes with a special key that nobody else has. So these go in each corner. You'd take those 4 out and then you'd lift up this real heavy door, and then that's your underground safe. So it actually wraps around and goes underneath.
Gosh, I feel like that could be a dungeon or something. I don't want to go down there.
Isn't that cool?
It's
only about 2 feet deep. It's really just for hiding guns and ammo and survival food.
I feel like preppers love shit like this.
I love shit like this. Yeah.
And tucked in over here is going to be your secret entrance down into the bunker. That pushes open.
I would disguise it with books. Not a lot of people read, so no one's going to look over there.
Absolutely. So this one's not completely finished. We haven't turned the power on. But this is the upstairs landing area. Of course, you got your stairs that go down into the bunker down there.
A big part of this bunker business is having the right people build it, because there's so many things that if you build it the wrong way, 1, it could be dangerous as he's laid out, but 2, the survival aspects of it from the power, and also escaping. I'm guessing that's what this black hatch is?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's above grade now, that's why you see it, but you can actually come in. Now that it's backfilled, completely covered with dirt, you can come in, cut that tunnel, and put your protective barrier over it and cover that with earth and plant your grass over here, and you'd actually never even know that this thing is here. But right now we're actually standing on top of the bunker. So we've actually got about 2 feet, a little over 2 feet of dirt on top of the bunker. And then we've got our concrete, our steel reinforcements. This thing is completely engineered as well.
Well, folks, this was a look inside the world of bunkers, and I'm pretty fascinated by what I saw. You have an interesting job, man.
It's cool, isn't it? I think I have the best job in the world, at least right now.
And that is the mission of life, is to wake up and feel like you have the best job in the world. That's how I feel. I'm glad you feel that way. Everyone back home, keep chasing, keep experimenting, keep trying until you stumble upon that, because then when you have the mission of life flowing through your veins, Who could stop you?
Can't complain. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure, brother. See you guys next week. Peace.
That's crazy. That was a wild fucking video. W video though from Tommy G. But yeah, that's crazy. He kept throwing that shit just right in our faces though, just like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. We common folks are screwed on Doomsday. Grab a beer, lawn chair, and watch the sunset, boys. Pretty much. That's an expensive coffin. What happens if the power fails and you can't obtain diesel? You're just a submarine shaped. You're just in a submarine shaped. That's my whole thing is like you last a couple more weeks than everybody else, but you die no matter what. Like you're gonna die no matter what. 13 minutes lying his ass off. The bunker guy is a master salesman. He is really fear-mongering his product. And, I mean, that's his whole... I mean, that's what you got to do. If your whole business is selling doomsday stuff, you have to then make people believe that there's, one, a new coming, or two, what he was saying with the whole plague shit. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, all dilly-dallies. The next 125 years are going to be all sunshine and rainbows. You want to buy a nuclear bunker? Well, then what do I need one for? I mean, I'm not going to lie. It'd probably be a fire-ass man cave to have. Go down there on Sundays, watch some Jalen Hurts football.